He doesn't just rule the largest country on earth, he may own more hidden wealth than any leader in history. For over 20 years, Putin has built a private empire cloaked in secrecy and protected by absolute power. Behind layers of guards, gates, and silence lies a world of unimaginable luxury. Fleets of private jets worth hundreds of millions, supercars gifted by kings, palaces dripping in gold, secret estates scattered across continents, and artworks so rare they belong in national museums. Yet they sit in his private halls. Official records claim he lives on less than $150,000 a year, but the truth, whispered insiders, could crown him the richest man alive. The palaces and secret estates. The crown jewel of Putin's rumored empire is the legendary Black Sea estate, known to the world as Putin's Palace. Rising from the cliffs of Gelendzhik, it isn't just a home, it's a statement carved in stone and drenched in wealth. Sprawling across 190,000 square feet, it's larger than some royal palaces, with every inch crafted to exude power. Imagine entering through towering bronze doors into a grand marble hall, where a sweeping staircase spirals upward, beneath chandeliers, dripping with crystal light. Inside, the luxuries read like a billionaire's wish list. A private theater lined with velvet walls, a casino glowing in gold leaf, a spa scented with exotic oils from the Middle East, and even an underground ice hockey arena for moments of rare leisure. Step outside, and the grounds are a masterpiece of landscape artistry. Italian gardens sculpted to perfection, fountains dancing under the sun, and a private harbor where sleek vessels await under the watch of elite Russian security. And yet, this is just one chapter in the story. Whispers speak of lakeside villas hidden deep in Karelia's pine forests, where glass walls frame endless horizons. Of Siberian hunting lodges built from ancient timber, warmed by fireplaces the size of small rooms. Of secluded Baltic compounds with heated marble terraces overlooking frozen seas. Within each, luxury is as subtle as it is overwhelming. Gold leaf ceilings that shimmer in candlelight. Persian rugs so soft they feel like walking on clouds, and Parisian furniture hand-carved by artisans whose names are known only to the elite. These aren't mere homes. They are realms, each designed to remind anyone who enters that they are standing inside the private world of power. The super yachts and private jets. On the open seas, nothing declares power like a super yacht, and none is more shrouded in intrigue than Putin's rumored floating palace, the Scheherazade. Stretching an awe-inspiring 460 feet, it is less a vessel and more a moving kingdom. Valued at over $700 million, this nautical masterpiece unfolds across 6 expansive decks, each dripping in opulence. Step into its salons where floors gleam with polished Italian marble and walls glow with rare tropical woods, each panel cut and finished by master craftsmen. Plush leather lounges, stitched by hand, invite only the most select guests. On deck, a helipad awaits airborne arrivals, while a glass-domed swimming pool can, at the touch of a button, transform into a glittering dance floor under the stars. Below deck, private spas, a theater, and even rumored security command centers ensure that both luxury and safety are absolute. Every corner speaks the language of exclusivity, quiet, refined, and unreachable to all but the world's most elite. In the skies, Putin's chariot is no less extraordinary. His Ilyushin Il-96-300 PU, a custom-built presidential jet worth over $500 million, is an airborne palace disguised as an aircraft. Inside, corridors are lined with gold-trimmed panels that catch the light like liquid fire. Conference rooms allow state decisions to be made mid-flight. Private gym ensures strength never rests, and the master bedroom rivals the finest hotel suites in Europe, complete with silk sheets and hand-woven drapery. Even the air inside is filtered through advanced purification systems, ensure perfect comfort at all times. And while this jet is his most visible, whispers suggest he commands a discreet fleet of smaller aircraft, each cloaked in secrecy, equipped with encrypted communications, bulletproof armor, and interiors so refined that every flight feels like a royal procession through the clouds. In Putin's world, whether it's the ocean or the stratosphere, the journey itself is as magnificent as the destination. Whether it's sailing across the Black Sea or gliding above the clouds, Putin's travel is never ordinary. But when his feet are on the ground, his world of luxury doesn't shrink, it shifts gears. And here the statement is made not in knots per hour, but in horsepower. Exotic cars and collectibles. On Russian roads, Putin's presence is announced by the RS Senate limousine, a rolling fortress designed for heads of state, armored to withstand unimaginable force, yet lined with hand-stitched leather and polished wood panels worthy of a royal chamber. It's the public face of his automotive taste. Privately, his rumored collection is far more indulgent. Mercedes Maybachs with extended wheelbases for unmatched comfort. Vintage ZIL limousines, relics of Soviet prestige, restored to perfection. Military-grade Gaz 2330 Tigers, their rugged exteriors hiding interiors trimmed in soft leathers and rare woods, not just for performance, but for the message it sends: dominance, refinement, and untouchable status. Among the whispers are tales of gifts from foreign leaders: a Lamborghini Aventador in a custom matte finish, a classic Porsche 911 restored with surgical precision, and the ultra-exclusive Mercedes S-Class Pullman Guard, discreet on the outside, but inside a sanctuary of silent luxury and cutting-edge protection. Putin's indulgence doesn't stop at engines. He is said to own jeweled Fabergé eggs, once the treasures of Russian czars, each worth millions. Soviet-era artifacts, diamond-encrusted ceremonial swords, and antique firearms inlaid with gold fill his private halls. Time is measured by Patek Philippe Grand Complications, A. Lang and Söhne masterpieces, and Blancpain Villeray classics, each one a mechanical marvel and a silent statement of precision. For Putin, these possessions are not merely symbols of wealth, they are tokens of legacy, artifacts of history, and instruments of influence. And yet, they are only part of a greater collection that extends into realms few have ever seen. Because beyond the polished marble of his palaces, the glitter of his yachts, and the roar of his engines, lies a hidden empire of art, gifts, and treasures, each one as rare as the power he holds. Art, gifts, and symbolic power. Luxury: some possessions are meant to be used, others are meant to be seen. But there is another category in Putin's world: treasures meant to be felt. Items that carry the weight of history, the prestige of culture, and the silent message of power. Inside his private halls are paintings from Russia's most celebrated masters, their oil colors preserved like frozen moments in time. Rare tapestries woven centuries ago hang alongside modern sculptures commissioned from Europe's most sought-after artists. Each piece is chosen not just for beauty, but for what it represents: authority, heritage, and refinement. Many of these treasures come not from auctions, but from foreign dignitaries. Jewel-encrusted swords from Middle Eastern monarchs, crystal vases taller than a man, gifted by heads of state, a chess set carved entirely from ivory and gold, its pieces inlaid with emeralds and rubies. Each gift is more than a token. It is a diplomatic gesture sealed in luxury. Symbolism flows into his more personal luxuries. Putin is known for his connection to rare animals: Siberian tigers, Akalteke horses with coats that shine like molten gold, and trained falcons used for ceremonial hunts. These living symbols reinforce his image as a leader bound to Russia's wild and noble heritage. Even his wardrobe tells a story: tailored suits from Europe's finest houses, cut with precision and made from fabrics so rare they are produced in limited runs for private clients only. In this world, luxury is not about display, it is about narrative. Every artifact, every gift, every symbol works together to craft an image of a man whose wealth and influence are intertwined. It is power, distilled into objects that will outlive their owner. Yet for all the luxury you can see, the palaces, the cars, the yachts, the true extent of Putin's fortune lies in what you cannot see. It is a world of shadows where ownership is blurred and wealth is hidden in plain sight. Hidden assets and offshore wealth network. Unlike the billionaires on Forbes' list, Putin's net worth cannot be tallied by stock portfolios or public filings. His empire is a labyrinth, one built on loyalty, secrecy, and strategic control. The yachts may fly foreign flags, the palaces may be owned by charitable foundations, and the companies may be held by trusted oligarchs, yet all remain at his command. At the center of this network are allies, ultra-wealthy businessmen whose fortunes rise and fall with his favor. They hold stakes in energy companies, shipping giants, mining operations, and luxury real estate across Europe and the Middle East. Through them, assets are shielded from scrutiny, often registered under shell corporations in jurisdictions where financial privacy is absolute. From Cyprus to the British Virgin Islands, layers of offshore entities conceal ownership, making it nearly impossible to trace. Entire floors of luxury towers in London, ski resorts in the Alps, and beachfront villas on the French Riviera are whispered to be part of this hidden web. But even the most carefully hidden fortune needs moments of enjoyment. And when Putin chooses to indulge, he does so in ways that are as rare and exclusive as the man himself. From symbolic treasures to the wealth you cannot see, the paintings, the gifts, the ceremonial finery are only the surface. The real story lives in the shadows. Ownership dissolves into layers. Names become initials. Companies become holding companies that hold other companies. Loyal allies front the assets while trusts and offshore vehicles keep the lines blurred. A yacht can be managed by one firm, insured by another, registered in a third country. A mansion can be maintained by a foundation, renovated by a contractor with no public ties, and secured by teams that never speak. The result is simple. The truest parts of the fortune are invisible, movable, untouchable. Follow the trail and it breaks into branches. Banking in discrete jurisdictions, art stored in climate-controlled vaults that few people ever enter, equity slices in energy and shipping that do not need a name on a brass plate to exert power. Even when sanctions strike, the web flexes, assets shift, titles change, the empire continues. This is wealth engineered for survival. And yet every fortress needs a garden. When the time comes to enjoy it, the indulgence is as rare as the protections that guard it. Weekends can mean a remote retreat where pine forests swallow the horizon and the only sounds are wind and water. Alpine winters offer private slopes groomed before sunrise and lodges where fireplaces glow like small suns. Summers move to warm coasts. A super yacht slides into hidden coves. A cliffside villa serves dinner on a terrace where the sea looks endless. Guest lists are short. Phones stay in locked cases. Conversations never leave the room. Journeys are curated with the same precision. A long-range jet with a cabin that feels like a five-star suite. A quiet helicopter crossing mountain ridgelines at first light. Even a luxury rail car can be refitted to feel like a rolling penthouse. Privacy is the point. Comfort is the standard. Control is the rule. These moments of leisure are not a break from the system. They are part of it. The settings are chosen because they are beautiful, but also because they are safe. The guests are invited because they are friends, but also because they are useful. Every dinner, every hunt, every sunrise sail is personal indulgence and soft power at the same time. Pleasure and strategy move together, like two hands closing the same door. Step back and the picture becomes clear. Visible grandeur at the front, invisible architecture behind it. Enjoyment, yes, but always on his terms. This is not just a life of luxury. It is a design for rule. In the end, the palaces, the yachts, the jets, the cars, the art, and the hidden web that binds them speak with one voice. Wealth here is not counted. It is orchestrated. Luxury is not decoration. It is leverage. And in that quiet space where comfort becomes control, Vladimir Putin stands as the man many believe to be the world's richest president. Subscribe now for more untold stories of the world's most powerful and lavish empires.